Hello there, I'm Mr. Vlad and I've made a bit of an update to my publishing schedule. I'm going to be releasing 2 videos a week, and this is a preemptive measure because college is starting up soon and I don't want to slump behind in grades because of YouTube. As much as I love making videos, I don't want to fuck myself over regarding my education. And with that little update, on to the video. Today I'll be explaining how to do survival missions. It's fairly simple but can be a bit confusing to newer players. The core of it is just to stay alive, but there's a few things you need to consider when trying to stay alive. Let's start with the basics. You get into an enemy base, you turn on the alarms, and then shit hits the fan. The enemies turn off life support, meaning they're getting rid of all the oxygen. That's how I'd explain it at least. And what you need to do to keep yourself breathing is recover life support from enemies. And what I mean by recover is that you need to pick it up after it drops off their lifeless bodies. It sort of looks like a bulletproof vest when you see it drop. Another way to regain life support is to use the life support capsules that the Lotus magically teleports to random locations over the map. Life support off enemies seems to restore about 3%, and the life support capsules restore 30%. You shouldn't use the capsules unless you're below about 50% life support. So what do you get for survival missions? Well, for every 5 minutes you survive, you get a new reward. After you get to extraction, you will receive all the rewards for every 5-minute milestone. It's important to note that enemies will become higher and higher level, and more heavy units will spawn the longer you stay. You can expect the first heavy units to appear after the 10-minute mark. Now that we've covered that, let's talk about how to set up in survival missions. Basically, enemies won't spawn in the same room you are in, or if you're at the entrance to another room, they don't seem to spawn in that room either. So the best way to keep a steady flow of enemies for their life support is to stay put in one room. So don't run around too much, or you might just run out of things to kill for life support. The way I do it is just run to the nearest life support capsule and then set up a little cozy campfire and a tent and just clear out wave after wave of enemies. The best way to do it is to get into a position where you can see the enemies entering the room you're in. Just take out as many as you can as they enter a room. That way you won't get overwhelmed. Something else you need to keep in mind is not to just rush out of a room because you might just run into a lot of enemies right behind that door you're going through. If one of them knocks you down somehow, you're probably screwed. That's just about everything I had to say about survival missions. If this video helped you figure out something about them, leave a like. It takes a second of your time but helps me out a shit ton. That's all from me today. Mr. Vlad is taking a hike.